Actually, Beijing University and Tsinghua University are not as good as the top 30 U.S. schools. So any top 30 schools in the United States is better. This mom says. This mom doesn't like Tsinghua University and Beijing University and want to send her daughter to a prestigious school in the United States. The child started learning English when she was less than 5 years old. Starting at the 5th grade, she has already learned the TOEFL vocabularies very well. But is it really worth giving up college entrance examination to study abroad? The girl's name is Liu Yunhao. Her parents both have doctorates in computer science. When they were young, they wanted to study abroad. But because of various reasons, they could not make it. In order to make up for their regret, it is also to let the child not lose on the starting line. Liu started English class when she was less than 5 years old. Later, she studied French and Spanish. Every summer vacation, other children go on trips. Liu was sent to the United States by his mother. Liu is very interested in foreign humanities and history courses. After many experiences, when she chose Yale University as her goal when she was in middle school, her mother knew that it was not easy to get into Yale. In order to realize her daughter's dream, she gave up her position as vice president of the company. She devoted her full time to help her daughter study. She knows Yale takes very few children from China. Last year, it was said that they only accepted 13 children in China. She knows there are many more capable children ahead of her daughter. In high school, Liu completely gave up the domestic college entrance examination and entered an international high school in Beijing to prepare for study abroad. TOEFL and SAT grades are important reference standards for applying for American schools and scholarships. Liu has been studying English for more than 10 years. She got a 119 on the TOEFL exam, the max score of 120. She was participated in SAT exam. She got 2,200 out of 2,400. It's already a good level, but it's not great for getting into Yale. So his mother found another overseas training institution for Liu. Her main task now is to raise the SAT score to 2350, because SAT test does not take place in mainland China. In June, with his mother, Liu went to Hong Kong to take the exam. This is the last time she can take the SAT test before applying. All her dreams is riding on this one time. June 7th, there are 9.39 million people in China taking the college entrance examination. On the same day, the U.S. SAT Hong Kong exam also takes place on the same day. Liu is stressfully taking the exam, and her mom is also anxiously waiting outside the school gate. After 4 hours of urgent waiting, the exam is over. She hopes her daughter did well and can achieve her dreams and go out there and widen her horizon. It's impossible to keep her at home. We do not want that, she says. We want her to go to maybe New York or Boston, so the opportunities of the whole world will await my daughter. A month later, SAT score announced. Liu got a 2360, which is an amazingly high score. Just when the family was so excited, the teacher of the school poured them a basin of cold water. If Yale has a choice between a student with a high SAT score and Yao Ming's son, who do you think Yale would choose? So it's not just a competition amongst the students, it is also a competition amongst the family. When universities choose candidates in the United States, they are not only just looking at the exam results. Other activities, even family background, are important aspects. In the past decade, Liu has been too focused on studying, but there are not many extracurricular activities. This is a huge disadvantage when applying for U.S. schools. It's too late to change her family background. The teacher of the school institution recommended that Liu organize a speech or debate competition. Show her leadership skills. So Liu and her classmates contacted a primary school to organize a debate. Liu and her classmates planned the activity, but the students were confused and the activity did not do well. In the end, Liu did not get into Yale University. She did get accepted to another prestigious school in the United States, Northwest University. In fact, there are many other families in similar situation as Liu. In order to adapt more to foreign culture, a lot of people have already chosen international schools. In these schools, the students gave up their domestic college entrance exams. Try your best to prepare for the SAT, English, and AP exams. They read, write, and speak English every day. Their Chinese is gradually became worse and are in an awkward position. In the international high school language class, Teacher Wang is trying his best to teach the students Chinese. But the students don't care at all. They even made skits to poke fun of him. Chinese language class has no impact on the scores for these students. It's just something the students have to get through. And the teacher and students all know this. Wang found that this batch of children don't even have the basic cultural common sense. They don't know how to speak Chinese correctly in Chinese. They sometimes have to use English. But Wang always felt the mother tongue and its literature is the root of the culture that children can't throw away. If they don't pay attention to Chinese, he tries to use his own charm to attract their attention. Wang Qianyi talked to the principal of the school, proposed to open another Chinese language elective class. The principal was stuck in the middle, because other teachers had tried before him, but the students are not interested at all. They would rather spend their time on elective classes such as street dance. Before this, Wang had started a Chinese calligraphy class. Only 11 students of the over 100 students picked the class. In the end, there are only 5 people left. But this time Wang is very confident. Because he combined Chinese and Western culture, it will definitely attract the interest of students. As a result, more than 40 people signed up for his new elective class. At the beginning, the students did have a good time, but when he started talking about Chinese, some students left the classroom. The principal even suggested that he speaks more English during his class. The next semester, the number of students continued to decrease. On a good day, there are 20 people in the class. During the end of the semester, there are only 9 people left. The tragic ending of the national school class did not surprise Wang. He knows why these students are here. They only have one goal: go abroad. But it was often after they left the country that these students realized the harsh reality and the difficulties and setbacks had just begun. Student Zhang Wenxiong has a passion for the media industry and the ambition for the future. He was able to get into the University of Columbia, studying journalism. He is a natural reporter. He has sharp observation and unique insights. His reports are always popular. Even the top media like the Financial Times had published some of his reports. But his professor was very dissatisfied with him. He always said he was doing Chinese reporting. At the school career fair before graduation, Zhang suddenly found that no company is willing to provide him with a job. In fact, he knows the awkward situation he is in. Which company would want an Asian, especially someone from abroad, to report the American news? He was so anxious, he couldn't sleep. Even the dean can tell that he was in a bad state, and recommended that he sees a psychologist. He thought about his parents selling their property to send him abroad, and how hard it is to find a job in the news industry. Zhang decided to give up his beloved news industry and get a master in art and culture. Find a job in finance or marketing, immigration policy or employment difficulties, all kinds of cultural issues, society's recognition of you. These are all like an invisible wall in front of him, and there's no way to get over the wall. Most students are in similar situation like him, spending over $150,000 in the 3 or 4 years, but can't even find a job that's enough to keep them warm. They often joke, if that $100,000 is used for business, the company would probably be really successful by now. But now the $100,000 had gone with the wind. In the end, 80% of these students choose to go back to China. It's not easy to survive in New York, he said. Many people, after so much effort, still can't do anything here. So when I came to New York from the beginning, until now, there is always a feeling that I don't belong. Another girl said, I always feel that this is not my world. I have this overwhelming feeling that I think I'm still going back to China. The opportunities back in China must be more than in the United States.